Innovating Education Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.
Getting clear feedback about progress can help students, and in many countries this means giving marks. But is this really the best method, or could other approaches be more helpful? In primary schools across Uruguay, getting good marks is very important, resulting in many children and their families feeling stressed, and even teachers feeling the pressure when faced with giving marks. Let's find out more in this report.
In Uruguay, a child's performance in school is evaluated in grades. In primary school reports, an alphabetical letter shows how they've done in each subject. In secondary, it's a number system. And all students are assessed every 2 months. Kids are under pressure to get good marks, and parents have mixed feelings about the system.
It's easy to understand, transparent also, but fair? Sometimes it's not, because you cannot transmit in one number all you should tell a pupil about how you've evaluated their work. A 6 for a child who worked hard to get this mark is not the same as a 6 for a smart but lazy kid, who just did 2 exercises in the exam because he was bored and didn't want to do too much. This aspect seems unfair to me.
14-year-old Mara, in her 3rd year of secondary school, is a top student.
I think that the evaluation system is very good. It's fair. You have several marks, so it allows you to know your level. The marks encourage me, and I always want to improve them, so I do more exercises and study harder.
This evaluation system has been used largely unchanged since 1879. The school year in Latin America begins in March and the first assessment is in May. Teachers can write remarks in addition to giving grades in the report card. While Mara's teacher admits there are drawbacks, she says she approves of the grading system.
Our system has a simple numerical component, but it also brings huge advantages. First, the concept is automatic. Each pupil who gets an 8 or 6 knows to what that mark refers. Secondly, the teacher has the total freedom to give an 8 to a pupil and add a remark, as I do constantly. The evaluation system allows you to do that.
Universities in Uruguay also use grades from 1 to 12 and credits inspired by the European credits transfer system.
Of course, not all progress can be objectively assessed in numerical terms. In Denmark, many schools are taking a more holistic approach to feedback, highlighting individual strengths and weaknesses. Let's see how it works.
For 40 years, no Danish student under 13 has received a mark in school. Like elsewhere, kids at this public school in the centre of Copenhagen start their education at 6 or 7. From the beginning, in addition to maths and English, they're taught how to behave, how to gain confidence and how to make the right decision. Values considered important in Danish society and which are very difficult to assess academically.
There are a lot of things the kids have to learn that are difficult to put a number on. You can't put a number on being a good colleague. It's more about gaining the love of learning and being motivated. Motivation among the youngest isn't about getting a good mark, but focusing on what you're good at.
The Danish Folkeskole is not an exam-orientated school. Students pass on to the next stage automatically, regardless of results. Although there are no marks until the 8th year, the pupil's progress is monitored through continuous assessment. Class participation, homework, oral and written assignments and practical work are all continually assessed.
They are more concerned about the students. They are concerned about the things they do wrong or where they are successful, etc. And for that, I think we have had a deeper, more profound evaluation using no marks than in a phase where you have marks.
The evaluations provide guidance for each student and allow teachers to plan out their education path. It also keeps parents informed on their child's progress. For the young learners, the monthly feedback from the teacher is very useful.
Yeah, maybe it helps a lot when the teacher explains this is wrong, because a mark is just a figure and it doesn't explain things clearly compared to someone speaking to you. It takes the pressure off, not having marks. So you think about how to use the time in the meantime, and you can achieve good marks when you start in the 8th grade.
I guess I'll work harder to get high marks, to be proud of myself. But there will be competitions. I got 10. I got 12.
There's currently a debate in Denmark about giving marks at an earlier stage, but at the moment teachers and schools seem happy with the system as it is.
So, to mark or not to mark, that is the question. It is not an easy one to answer, and even experts are divided. We asked 2 of them for their opinions. Have a look at this report and let us know what you think via our social media pages.
We interviewed 2 experts, and it looks like the best system is a good combination of the 2 we've just explored.
I'm in favour because every student has the right to evaluation, the right to know if they're achieving the school objectives, if they're progressing from what they've previously done. It's one of the conditions under which they succeed in education.
I think at the end of the day it's important that we tell children the truth. They need to know how well they are doing.
It's a system which makes the student progress. It's not just a snapshot of their level, but also a system that helps them advance.
I think it's good that teachers provide a detailed commentary to students. It's particularly important for students from disadvantaged backgrounds who are often given the message that they are doing fine even if their results are not strong enough.
Unfortunately, parents, teachers and the students themselves also want marks because it gives them security. They know where they stand. But people cannot be judged by a simple grade. We have to stop trying to classify people, to marking people, like in a television program, like statistics. People need to get better for themselves, and not just systematically get better than others.
Soient meilleurs qu'eux-mêmes et non pas systématiquement meilleurs que les autres.
Marks become problematic if they are not easily interpretable, if they don't carry meaning for students, if they don't carry meaning for parents, if they don't help students to learn better and teachers to teach better.
C'est la note qui est pas claire.
I think marking isn't clear. When you put 7 out of 20 or 5 out of 10, you're not saying it was the writing that was deficient, or the concept wasn't understood, or bad examples were used. You give a global mark which mixes up different criteria in an incoherent manner.
Well, marks should not be the only evaluation we give to students. Students should get a good understanding of what they need to do in order to improve their results, but marks provide an important frame of reference.
And finally, Marianne, an English teacher, wonders whether time spent doing complicated assessments wouldn't be better spent teaching. What do you think? Join the debate on our social media pages. We always love hearing from you. Goodbye for now.
Learning World in association with WISE, an initiative of Qatar Foundation.